Hello, hello. Today is October 10th, 2021, and today we are going to go over the severe weather outbreak / tornado outbreak that's going to be happening today. Going into the next 3 to 4 days, we do have a moderate risk for severe weather today for parts of Oklahoma. For most of Oklahoma, actually, is in the moderate risk with that 15% chance hatched area for tornadoes, which the hatched area means that hatch area is 10% or greater probability of EF2 to EF5 tornadoes within the 15% range or within the hatched region. So we also have the 45% chance of damaging winds with the hatched area of greater winds of 65 knots or greater. Those include crap, I forgot to do the tornado. So the hatched area or the significant severe weather locations for tornadoes include Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Norman, Lawton, and Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Same thing with the same names for the Oklahoma. Same things for the 15% chance, 10% chance for tornadoes for Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Plano, Texas, and Garland, Texas. 5% chance goes to Springfield, Missouri, Waco, Texas, Killeen, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, and Tyler, Texas. And 2% chance of tornadoes go to however you say that word, parts of Louisiana, Little Rock, Arizona, Columbia, Missouri, Round Rock, Texas, and College Station, Texas. And the hatched area is the same thing for winds and same areas for winds and hail and everything else. For day 2, we are mainly focusing, but today is the main event where the storms are mainly going to be coming through. I'll go ahead and open up pivotal weather so we can get a really good look on that. We do have a slight risk for parts of the Tennessee and Ohio Valley, and a marginal risk for parts of the Tennessee and Ohio Valley. That includes a 5% chance of tornadoes within a given 25 miles of a given point for Chicago, Illinois, Annapolis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, St. Louis, Missouri, and Madison, Wisconsin. 2% chance goes to Memphis, Tennessee, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Lansing, Minnesota, Flint, Minnesota, Evansville, Indiana, and parts of Paducah, Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Owensboro, Kentucky, and Glasgow, Kentucky. Goes out to, and then looks like the same for wind and hail. So same areas. Don't have to repeat myself. We do have a day 3 enhanced risk for parts of the Oklahoma Panhandle. Going through Kansas and going into Nebraska, and slight risk extending all the way down to the Texas Panhandle. And same thing with the marginal risk, but the marginal risk goes all the way up through going to Iowa and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go through the model trends for today and tomorrow, to where we are looking for severe weather outbreak, mainly for the day for Oklahoma. So we're going to go through the NAM 3-kilometer CONUS model. We're going to I'm going to first switch to the precipitation here. Hold on. So let's go ahead in there. So let's go ahead and go to Central United States. Forecast loop. Yada yada. So we're going to watch these storms as they start popping up. We got a couple of strong storms up here. Our main focus is going to be right around this area here in Oklahoma. As time goes on throughout today, we'll begin to see these strong storms pop up in the line, form a squall line, and push off to the east, northeast. So we're worried about these tornadoes that could be embedded within the squall line here. And even then here, we can have a lot of tornadoes when the supercells are more by itself and it has more capability to spin up a tornado. And that we just watch this as it goes off to the east through Missouri and parts of Arkansas, and then it ends up in the Kentucky area that's why we have a day 2 outlook. So let's go ahead and go to the significant tornado parameter on an AM 3-kilometer model. Again, not expecting any tornadoes today, or right now actually. But around maybe 11 or 12 hours from now, we start to see this, get a lot of this energy. This gives you a 0 out of 10% or 8.5 of a high chance of tornadoes. We have it all the way high to 6.4. So that's a 6% chance within that region there that it could get a tornado, a possible tornado. That's, again, with the convective energy along with the bulk wind shear and all the ingredients mixing together with this. Watch this along the dry line here. We mainly have to be watching because you can see the dry lines all the way here, and the dry line is, if you watch, the dry line is right behind it here, pushes it to the east, and the dry line pushes east. But we eventually get another storm system pop up over here, which that's going to be for our day 3 outlook. If we look at the updraft velocity here, and again, not a lot of updraft right about now, but then we get a lot of updraft later on through the day. And right here is where we have the highest of the updraft here. If we pull this up here, exit that out actually. If y'all know what all this means, I don't have to explain it to you, but I don't feel like explaining all of this. But yeah, y'all can look at this here and just see what's going on there. So as I'm thinking about it, still up and streaming. I'll be mad if we weren't streaming right now. I gotta double check this here. So we'll be right back here. Yep, we're streaming. Alright, so let's pull up the radar here. Again, we do have this moderate risk, and this is all it is right now. We got some general rain showers and rain bands going up through all Iowa and even parts of the just over here. Wisconsin, my bad. And this is all behind a cold front, and then we do have the dry line right behind all of this here. That's going to be pushing the stuff east. That's going to be really sparking for some severe weather today. As we zoom out, we do have some high wind alerts, high wind warnings for parts of California, Nevada, and even stuff for some states of the Four Corners has a high wind warning that we could be watching out for some high winds. We do have a winter storm warning already up in effect for parts of the higher elevations of Idaho. We're expecting some really heavy snow, up to 2 foot of snow actually in the higher elevations, and even parts of it, even 6 inches of lower elevations in Idaho. Even parts of Colorado and higher elevations can see some snow. Even some of Colorado appear to get like maybe an inch or 2 of snow, some minor accumulation of snow, but the heaviest snow is going to be up here in the higher elevations of Idaho and the Rockies. So again, we do have that moderate risk of severe weather for parts of Tulsa, Norman, and even Oklahoma City, Lawton, Oklahoma. And this could be bad for the Oklahoma City metro and even more, because if you remember back in 2013, then Moore had a huge EF5 go through, almost like a repeat of May 3rd, 99. And we could see something close to that severe, not that close to significance, with this next storm system that's going to be pushing through today and later on tonight and going into tomorrow morning, later on this evening actually. Maybe around 6 o'clock this evening, I would expect the first supercell and first severe thunderstorm to be really wrapping up, and it's going to take off from there. But this is all it is right now. We got this trough over here over parts of Texas Panhandle, and even parts of New Mexico, seeing a little bit of showers and storms this morning. No, not severe this morning, which that's really good for the start of the day. No severe storms have been reported. Just some general thunderstorms and maybe some minor flooding We do have a alert for southern. If I get my words right here, southern Colorado and parts of New Mexico, parts of northern. If I could get this right, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I've been busy all day, but parts of New Mexico, we'd have a hard freeze warning due to the cold temperatures. And if you look here, all these flashes that you're seeing with the radar loop is lightning. That means there's new lightning that's been recorded or reported. So these storms are just now getting developed. We do have a little bit of rain bands. And these right here, if I pause the loop, actually. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm used to using this app on my phone, not on my computer. Location, no. I don't think I could pause the loop. Yeah, I don't think I could pause the loop. But we do have a slight risk up here in Minnesota. It looks like we do have some strong, two severe storms already starting to push up through Minnesota. Then in March, we got a slight risk up here of convective outlook here from the Storm Prediction Center. So we're going to be watching that closely as well. So let's push back down here to the south of mid-United States here. And again, nothing too major going on right now. Nothing too major besides maybe a couple flooding guesses. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh. So this is something we're going to be having to watch out for overnight into the early morning hours tomorrow. And even late night Monday and early Tuesday morning, we got the severe chance for Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Illinois, even parts of Mississippi for tomorrow. So this is what we're going to be mainly focused on today is Oklahoma and the moderate risk area. I don't really expect any real severe storms to be going up till about 6 o'clock tonight, which I will possibly be live. I'll try to be live when it does end up getting bad, and I will try to get it live and warn you guys that live in the area. And we got the cold front right now is pushing through parts of northwest of Oklahoma, pushing down into the marginal risk area now. And then all these storms are forming along the moist air that's coming around the cold front here. And again, and then how it's pushing over here, we got the dry line right behind all this rain. So we'll be watching this all night tonight and into tomorrow. So we've been live for 13 minutes now. I don't know if anybody popped in the stream or not yet. But this is what we have to keep an eye out on. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the alerts here. Not the alerts, the storm report. The stream will be back up really soon. I'm just loading images here. So I want to. Alrighty. Oh, did not want to do that. Let's go ahead and pull up the stream back here and open up my Paint 3D. So right now we're looking at the day 2 outlook. I'm gonna put a couple things on here. My main concern for tornadoes is going to be around this area here. Mainly because we've got the jet stream running up through here. Not only that, we got the dry line going to be pushing right back here, pushing towards the eastward. So we do have the 5% chance within the slight risk area there, and we also have the 2% in the marginal. And I won't be surprised if we have a couple spin outs out here. Even the general thunderstorm risk, we also have some pop-up storms that could produce a slight spin up. Nothing really major that could be upgraded to a marginal. We do have a couple more hours. And we do have like 24 more hours till we can find out exactly what's going on tomorrow. But the main focus is going to be over here in this area here. Or if I can circle right over in this area here. For the tornadoes and stuff like that. So, put that on. So, I'm actually going to pull up the today's outlook. Alright, there we go. So again, we'll be watching around this area here. This is where we're going to be watching out for these tornadoes within the enhanced and moderate risk. It's going to be the main focus of throughout tonight. So we got the dry line pushing right around here right now. That's pushing down the southeast, but it's going to get this Gulf moisture. It's going to push it up to the northeast. That's why we got the slight risk areas and stuff here for the severe weather. I don't like using that for that kind of stuff, but you get the gist. You get what I'm trying to say here. Load up the radar one more time for you guys. Everything's kind of quiet. Check up here where we could possibly have some severe storms, but we do not have anything going on right now. If I pull up the storm details here, won't let me pull them up. See if you know.